Uh, okay, oh, crikey. Up the track, the boys. Lukey boy says, Rob, how we doing? Heard Burgess had to has resigned for town. Manning going cheap, any offers? Love that. Great win, lads. Brown nodded off. No, I'm here. I had a bit of an issue, so I bought this lovely little tripod, and I've set my thing so I can do this like landscape, but I went to go live and it wouldn't let me do it. So I've just spent that money on that and I can't do it with that one. So that's going in a bin. Probably I can't even use it for taking photographs when I'm down my lake for me fish when I catch them. Anyway, let's get into. I'm donning the old latest shirt. Look at that. A bit of God, I've got backache tonight. Real got backache. Well, yeah, it's been a stressful day at work. Well, actually, no, not a stressful day at work, to be fair. I've pulled off some miracles at work, shall we say. So, yeah, anyway, the lads will find that out this week when they go in. Right, let's get into it, shall we? I'm Mike. This is my channel, Fisherman's Blues. If you don't know about it, or if you want to know more about me, please like, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Gonna go for like 40 likes. I've had that before, so I'm quite happy with that. Notifications. Turn your notifications on, because every time I go live, you will get notification, and people will be able to see it, and people will come and join the chat, have a chat about my club, and I love my football. So, right, well, let's get into it, shall we? Ipswich Town, away at Swansea. And, well, the scoreline says that scoreline 4-1 to us. Agent Burgess playing as a false striker for us. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I felt sorry for Burgess. First game, I'm going to tell you what, take a drink, hang on. Yeah, so Burgess obviously 2 own goals. Probably looking forward to playing his old teammates. Had a bit of a horror show for him. None of it is his fault, it is what it is. As for Town, lineup, 6 changes, which I'm getting a little bit fed up with it. Because let's be fair, O'Shea play every game. Davis plays nearly every game. We're in Championship. Morsey, Longo played near enough every game. And I just feel like if we've got players like Nunes, Taylor, and they can't play every game, it just drives me up the wall. And for the first half, it was a hard watch at times, I'm not going to lie. Lots of huff and puff. I think it took us to the sort of 21st minute for our first shot. A lot of sort of passing sideways, not a lot of forward passing, a bit slow. And then obviously Jack Clark, right, I love him, right? But sometimes I just think he needs to release the ball at times. But yesterday, so he decided he was going to try and take 2 players, lost control of the ball, fights back, wins the ball back, runs into space, takes a shot, boom, 1-0. And credit to the lad, because he's come into the club, found it difficult, and this season, back in the Championship, which is probably where I think his ability is, he's scoring goals again. Comes in for Philogene. Obviously, Taylor can come back in. Nunes comes back in. Strange decision to drop Kipre. I don't know what he'd done wrong, whether he was unfit. Strange decision on that one, although Greaves didn't do a lot wrong. Davis, bit concerned about his fitness. But I think we got 1 home game and 4 away games, or 3 away games after the international break. So I guess, I just feel a little bit like McKenna does like to, he reminds me of a youth football coach who just, right, every player's got to have a game time. But the result would suggest he got it right. But in fairness, I think there was obviously a couple of key things there that was the reason why we got the result that we did. So we go 1-0 up. Second half, there weren't much in the first. There weren't much in it. First half started slowly, and there was not much we could do about the goal. A player gets down our right, whacks the ball across. Their player miskicks it. And there's a backup player. There we are. Slots it in the corner. Walton, no chance. And we go 1-1. And you think, ouch. So that was a very painful one to take. And then obviously Burgess, Burgess' first OG. The ball played out to Davis. Great ball. At first I thought he hit it to take a shot. But I think he was trying to play Nunes or Hurston, one or the other, I can't remember now. Play one of them in and deflects off Burgess in the back of the net for 2-1. And then we kind of just dropped off a bit with... and then, of course, they get it on our left. They ping the ball over from a free kick. And I got to say, to me, this was probably the defining moment of the game. Walton pulls off an absolute worldie. Lovely ball by the Swansea player, heads it in, and I thought that's in. And then Walton gets a fingertip to it, knocks onto the post, and I think it's Matt Seward that clears it. I can't be certain. But, wow. So for me, that was the turning point, because then, we go up the other end, and then we get corner, and the ball's played across straight. Yeah, it could well have been Azor. Yeah, it was Azor cleared it. Yeah, hello Dino, how you doing, boy? And obviously flicked on, the keeper saves it. And there's Johnny on the spot, Azon, who has finally scored a goal. And you know what? That lad has tried, and it hasn't happened for him. And it was... I'm such a handsome man. Oh, Luke, you sweet talker. We go 3-1 up. And I think at that point, the game's dead and buried. And then obviously... another Burgess' own goal to make it 4-1, and look, the scoreline flattered us a bit. I think there was lots of huff and puff. I thought at times, Swansea overall had more possession. They just didn't do a lot with it. A lot of our play at times can be slow, and the most annoying thing about this, right, is that we actually have a really handsome and mature personality. Thank you very much. I like that. I can take that all day long. I think that just feels like we're stuck in first gear sometimes. If I just look, some people are saying, "Oh, for Christ's sake," on social media, because I've sort of said, look, people need to calm down a little bit, because yes, we've won 2 back-to-back away victories 4-1. One was well deserved, no two ways about it. QPR, we just come out and we absolutely sort of played them off the pitch the second half. But yesterday, I just felt that we got a lot of luck our way. We had a defining moment with Walton. I think if that had gone in, that'd have been 2-2, and I genuinely felt there was. If that had gone in, that would a bit like when you miss a penalty. I think there was sort of stat somewhere, although Haaland missed a penalty tonight and Man City won the game. But I think teams that miss a penalty, they go on to lose the game, and that's more often the case. Well, define what I call key define moments can often make the difference between teams winning and them. And is this time physically under 48 years old? Please clarify. Oh, I'm 56. I know I don't look a day over 18, but I am 56, natural stunner like myself. But yeah, so obviously, it was nice to get the win. It was nice to because obviously, like I said, home form hasn't been. We lost to Charlton, we drew to Watford. I just feel that we should be really, Mike's progression, just seen Ipswich. Sorry, don't be apologised. Come in. Come in, join us. Like I said, it's all about football. Mike's progression, just seen Ipswich. Sorry, no, to come and join us. That's all about football. Ian Delboy Stocks up to 7th now, and yes, game in hand. You win that game in hand, I think we can go up as high as 3rd, depending on our goals. And I think as long as we steadily do this and be in the pack, I said by Christmas, so by Christmas Day we want to be in the top 6, because if we're not, I think it's been a poor first half of the season. It's been very tough at times to watch us this season, because I just felt at times we haven't looked like a team. But you can see there's quality on the pitch. We're starting scoring goals again now, which is what's the name. You continue to exercise. You'll always fit as 48. God, bloody hell, I don't know about exercise. My back is absolutely killing me. Rob James, down away last week in my HGV. What a place. Get a home from Tractor. Hang on. What a place from the Tractor. My granddad is from Ipswich, Tractor boy, my uncle Luton fan, and me, my dad Bradford. How's that work? Do you know what? In my household, I swear to God, I've got 2 Ipswich fans. Jake, possibly, is an Ipswich fan. My son Josh, oh hello, he's just joined the chat. Hello Josh, how you doing, boy? Josh is an avid Ipswich Town fan. He's even got a nice tattoo on his arm saying ITFC. But Jake's also a Man United fan, but he's come round to it. Alex is a Liverpool fan. Daniel's a Liverpool fan. Wife's a Man United fan. My daughter's a Man United fan. I don't know what Jessica is. I ain't got a clue whether Eloise follows football. But I got a mixture, and it's all part of, Dino says we had 5 different partnerships yesterday due to McKenna changing the lineups again. Yeah, I get that, and this is my frustrating. I think we could do a lot. I think we would be a lot higher in the league if we didn't have, so many changes. Sometimes I think the Watford. I think that was a big mistake to drop players. It was a bit annoying because you had Nunes, who's man of the match, and gets dropped for Watford. And I just feel that without Nunes, we do lack a little bit of creativity. Jack Taylor has been a revelation. Anyone who sort of followed Jack Taylor in the last sort of 2 years, I would say, there's not one person I feel that would actually think right now he would be a nailed-on starter in this league. So for me, I think it's absolutely important that we recognise what he's sort of given. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel that, it's we just got to keep that settled midfield. We keep the settled lineup. My son Josh says, well, we'll come good. I'm confident of it. It's been a tough start and at times not great to watch up town. Josh, I couldn't agree more. It has, and that is my point. It's nice that we've got an itchy foot. Hang on, let me just try and get this itchy foot. There we are. Oh, side of the table, job done. And I think it has been a tough watch at times. It's been very frustrating at times. But it's a result business, and we're sitting 7th, and teams above us are now looking at us, sort of maybe going to start taking us a bit more serious. I think out of all the teams that have been relegated, I think we have the strongest chance of going back up. Do you know what? My foot is absolutely itching me. Hang on. Oh dear. Let me see if I can reach down and get this bugger. Come here, you. Oh, there we are. So, right on the sole of my foot. It's a bit like when you're driving. This is a classic, me and my wife were talking about this earlier. You're driving down the road, you're on the A11 and you get an itchy foot. And no matter what you do, you can't scratch it. The only way you get rid of that itchy foot is to pull over on the side of the road somewhere, get out, take your shoe off and give your foot a good rake on the concrete. That's the only way to get rid of it. And that feels what it feels what it's like right now. But D says Furlong and McAtee, O'Shea, Greaves, Leaf Davis, Clark, Azor, Taylor, Nunes, Hurst. There's a weakness in that side, Dino, and I think it's that McAtee. I just don't see what he offers us. I really don't. He's no Wes Burns, that's for certainty, and he's certainly no Egeli. Is there a player in time? I mean, we said that Greaves wouldn't, not Greaves. For God's sake, I said Philogene would struggle. I said Jack Clark. I wasn't impressed with him. Given time, give him a bit of coaching, and go from there. Rob Smith says too much office syndrome, Mike. Honestly, Rob, I was an IT expert this morning. I got into work at 8:45. I literally set up one PC, and I swear to God, mate, I got it working. I then, never. I'm not anyway. We're not here to talk about work. I camp in there. You know different, Lukey Wilkinson. But yeah, Dino says he was not great yesterday. McAtee, not for me. It wasn't good enough. I just feel that, when Burns comes back fit, I think McAtee becomes a third choice right winger. He does. This is what I have to tolerate, you see. So anybody in the chat, that guy Luke, yeah, he's a Chelsea fan. Poor old lad. My son says, difference between the last few games is that we weren't making the defence. We aren't making the defence errors, and I have started to put away some of our chances we are having. Bob says PC Mastermind Brown. Absolutely, mate. I tell you. We're putting away our chances. But as I said on the last pod, there's three ways of playing against a team. You through them, over them, around them, and I think sometimes we just try and play through them all the time without really, and we don't hurt teams doing that. I think it's nice that when we are putting the odd cross in, and like we did against QPR with Hurst, and I just feel that sometimes we have to play round them, we have to play over them, and I think the more teams that start to do that, I mean, look, let's take the long throw, yeah? Last season it was frowned upon. There was managers having a go at players for doing it. This season it's suddenly become a fashionable thing to do. And I think we have to consider, every option as a good football managers, good football coaches, good footballers will understand that the game is not played on fashion. It's played by being different and out thinking the opposition, out working the opposition, out tackling the opposition, it's called tactics for a reason. They're called tactics for a reason. It's so if we continue, as long as we continue to offer a little bit of difference, we'll be fine. Evening, Kevin Hansen. Evening, Mike. McAtee will score next game. You watch. It's going to happen. You've heard it here. Kev, if he scores, it will probably do him a world of good. So, yeah, I'm happy to go along with that. It'd be nice if he did. Dino, Key, I won't hold. Kev, I won't hold my breath. Dino says the scoreline flattered us yesterday. I have to agree, but we you know, I think Agent Burgess helped us greatly yesterday. Oh Christ, I felt sorry for Burgess. I've got a couple of Swansea fans on my social media, and they reckon he's been brilliant this season. Just happens to be, you know. Luke says every game and team is different, and McKenna don't like change. Well, the trouble is, yeah, but Luke, he does like change. He's changed 6 players, 9 players, 7 players, and there's, you know, so it's nice to get what they call a settled side with. I can accept 3, maybe 4 changes, but you know, it's sometimes substitutions, like when you bring on 3 substitutes, sometimes they can disrupt a game, sometimes they can influence a game. Rob says, I was surprised where Wally didn't start. Absolutely, it was. I mean, it was a pin the tail on the donkey before before we saw the team. I mean, people say anybody, you know, guess. I think if we. I think we could put £250,000 on what team Kieran McKenna's going to put out every game. I think we should, you know, I think Sky Sports should do that. It'd be quite interesting. So, we're on the bench. Yes, yeah. So look, 4-1, a good result. There's not really much else to talk about, really. The fact that, like I said, I think we need to keep it calm. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take one game at a time. We are progressing. We are getting results at the moment. It's always harder to get away points than it is home points. But I'd like to see us do more at home. I do think sometimes we get that one goal, we get a little bit pragmatic at home. The crowd at Portman Road's been a bit quiet as well, hasn't it? Last game I think it was too bad, but you know, the home crowd is a bit quiet, and it does make a difference. I think if you're at a game and you can sing your hearts out and get people, you know, up the players and G the players on. I mean, you know, as on yesterday, the old fist bumps into the crowd. Nunes has done it twice now. Hurst. I just think, look. The more we can help these players, regardless of what we think regarding player changes or formations ain't going to bloody change it. That's the way we play, and that's it. But I do think if we can keep winning and keep picking up points, we definitely need to stop. We definitely need to be putting that ball in the back of the net more. Like I said, 8 goals scored in the last 2 away games and only 2 conceded. I can take that. If we did that for the rest of the season, we're on for what's the name? But I've said before, I think there's only one. At the moment, there only seems to be one team that's going to get promoted out of this league. They are organised. They've got some firepower. They're defensively good. They lost to Wrexham. But Coventry, for me, under Lampard, at the moment, seems to be the team to catch. With Rob Edwards, the snake, I think what Rob's done to Middlesbrough is absolutely ridiculous. Giving it the old large at the start of the season, get together, loyalty and all that, and then suddenly Wolves come crawling and he leaves. I mean, he only joined at the start of the season. And I just feel sorry for the Borough fans. I think, you know, that was uncalled for. And they were like hoping for a good season. I mean, I know that we went for I can't think Hackney, didn't we? Hayden Hackney, I think we went in for him. Now he's probably thinking, Christ, maybe I should have come to Ipswich, because now Rob Edwards is gone. What's going to happen? Are they going to continue? Let's have a look at some of these comments. What have I done there? Whoops, a daisy. Hang on. There we are. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at his comments. Okay, come on, Liverpool, says Dr. Zeus. Rob Smith says, up the city. Come on, special mention for Agent Manning, Michael. Well, I mean, it was 007. Now it's 008, isn't it? Oh dear me, I wouldn't want to be a Norwich fan right now. Ange Postecoglou for Norwich. I don't think Norwich fans would be have a pint for me, mate. Cheers. Celtic are talking to the Ipswich manager. It's an advanced stage. Which team do I support? Ipswich Town. It is. Are you an FC Porto fan? I follow a bit of Portuguese football. Watch a bit of Spanish, German, French, Belgium. A bit of Dutch now and again. It all depends on what I take my fancy. I'm no expert on it, but I do watch the odd game. Celtic. No, I don't, look. I did hear that there was. I did hear there was some chatter, but no. I think McKenna's staying with us now. I think that'd be a silly move now to go, especially after the results are late. Sorry, I'm struggling reading this, Kev. All the new non-scoring forwards will be scoring, which will mean we won't need any forwards in January. We've got enough already. In the January window, here's a question for the chat. I know there's only 13 on here, but I can live with that. In the chat, what position would you sign? I know that a lot of people say we need a number 9. Another number 9, but they're not like pound to a penny, are they? They are a rarity and hard to get hold of. Where would you strengthen in this team at the moment? How do you know you're not a gay barbecue? The hot dogs taste like. Well, I do apologize. I'm just gonna excuse me a minute. I'm gonna. There we are. Just got rid of him. I don't like homophobic stuff on here. I've got friends that are gay. I don't need it. Need another out. I knew you were going to say that, Rob. We need another out-and-out striker. The trouble is, I'm not sure that we play that way, do we? We don't play with an out-and-out striker. We've never really, only in the Premier League when we had the lap. And I mean, let's be fair, before the Christmas, he was firing on all 4 cylinders. But after Christmas, he didn't really pull up any trees. I think he just got hyped up by the media, really. Good player, but he's yet to sort of kickstart his time at Chelsea. Can't leave our cap on Hurst. The thing is, Dino, so I agree to a point. I definitely agree on Hurst. But what happens if Azon starts scoring regularly every other game? Maybe defensive midfielder that has an engine. Look, I as much as he didn't want to come here, look, Hayden Hackney would be a midfielder I'd go for. Maybe a left back, a good shout. Someone to cover Davis. Just going to grab a swig. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because we do have a lot of strength and depth. Do we have? I think we're a little bit lightweight in the midfield, if I'm honest. So I would like to bring another midfielder. But that would mean a player going, wouldn't it? So I think Humphreys needs to go out on loan. I genuinely do. I think Humphreys needs to go out on loan. He's not getting game time, so he'd be a player I'd let out on loan. Obviously, we got a few players. It's hard to know who's not getting right now. Who's not getting any game time? Because there's a lot of players getting game time at the moment. I mean, if Walton continues the form he's in, is Palmer going to get back in? That's another shout, isn't it? Ian Delboy, we've got too many right backs. I'd agree with that. I think we probably have. We've got a lot of right backs, and yeah. Do we keep? I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? It really. Ben Johnson, does he not? Does he go in the January window? I think if I'm honest, we'll probably look at loaning in, bringing a loan player in, possibly. But I don't know where our limit is really. It's difficult because then you bring a player in, you've got to let a player go, haven't you? So Harry Clark, yeah. You know what, absolutely, actually, Harry Clark and Humphreys out. Humphreys out on loan, Clark out on loan again. I do think that maybe they probably could do with both moving on a bit, and then using that to free up some space in our squad. I just feel that if we got another sort of holding midfielder, it would allow players like Jack Taylor, Nunes, obviously got Matt Seawar in there, but another holding would give us a bit of strength and depth in that area. Maybe another number nine stroke, risky chance on a player. It's who knows? It's a tough one. Maybe a foreign player that we're looking at. Only the club knows. Only the club knows. What they want and what they're looking for. So it's very difficult, isn't it? It's very difficult. But let's be honest. Whoever comes in, they've got to get the ground running straight away, pretty much, because we've got a busy period over Christmas. Kev says, do you think the players we let go this season are really putting up trees elsewhere? Even Wolfie can't get a regular place at Coventry. Cool, dear me. The trouble is, Wolfie, I think his time's up. I think he was annoyed with the way he was treated last season. I think that was probably why he's mentioned a bit of politics. Maybe that is one of the reasons why he goes. Obviously, Burgess went. Chaplin's on loan at the moment. I haven't really heard a lot about Chaplin. It's very difficult to go from a team of players that you know to Dominic Dean says, "Hi Mike, how's things? Positive today." Actually, I am. I am positive, but I'm just real as well. We've just got to keep our feet on the ground. I'm not sitting here and moaning about a result. I'm just sitting saying, look, we need to just keep calm. Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched. Rob says, Chappers ain't doing great at Pompey, to be fair. Look, I'd have Chappers back. I think he's a flamboyant player. He sometimes see passes that others don't. I know you're not knocking me, buddy. I know that. Listen, mate, it's all good chat. Don't worry about it, honestly. Chappers, I'm not so sure. It's difficult. If he's not pulling up trees at Pompey, it might be that he's just unhappy. He might be not fitting well under the new manager. He doesn't fit the team. It's difficult. Like I said, it's hard to know what we bring in. I mean, like I said, we got a break now, haven't we? So when's our next game? Crikey Live. I think it's in a couple of weeks, isn't it? So I'm just going to quickly pull up my other phone, and just check. Actually, Joe, what, Dom? I actually agree with that. So our next game is home to Wrexham. Burgess has to play, seeing how bad Swansea are, despite yesterday. I wonder if he wished he'd stayed. Yeah. I mean, Swansea, for me, one of the poorest sides I've seen. Not a lot from them yesterday. So, I mean, we've got Wrexham at home, Hull away, Oxford away, Blackburn away, and Coventry at home. So 4 games in 2 weeks. And then, well, 5 games in them 2 weeks. Actually, we've got Stoke at home, Leicester away. Yeah, we've got a lot of games coming up. And then obviously, and then Coventry again in the 29th of December. So, we're going to be playing them, playing that top side at the moment in a couple of games. Interesting to see how we do against them, because we might roll them over. Who knows? There's 4 games we can win, in my opinion, then Coventry. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at this. Right, so Wrexham. Joe, you don't know what you're going to get with Wrexham. They're a funny old side. They'll get a strange result and then they'll go and lose to a crap team. Hull are a good side. They're playing well at the moment. Oxford, I feel that's look for me. If we can get 1, 2, 5, 8 points before Coventry, that's a good return. And then if we can, 8 points against Coventry, I think I'm going for the next 6 games. I'm going 3. Let's have a look at this. 3. I think we might lose at Hull. 3 against Wrexham, lose at Hull, win at Oxford, win at 9. I'll take a draw against Coventry because they're flying high at the moment. 9, 10, 11, 10 points up against Coventry. So it'll be interesting to see. Be nice in the chat. Be nice. There are 4 games we can win, Osby and then Coventry. Qwerty says, if you avoid relegation, you can build up for next season. Avoid relegation. I'm not so certain that we're going to be anywhere near that. Top 6 has to be the target by Christmas. Absolutely. Dean says, more Broadhead and Windass. I know, they're also hit and miss. You are right. Your goalkeeper is really good. There's my old mate, Dwayne. He's obviously got home, or you've been home for a while. Massive shout out to you, mate, for what you did today. And I've ordered them things that we were discussing. So they should be here tomorrow. So for me, I think, like I said, if we can get 10 points, that'll take us to 30. Where are we? So that'll take us to 33 points, which would be top 6. Wouldn't be top 2, I don't think, but top 6. All depends what happens with Middlesbrough. 10 points on Coventry for me. Yeah, I agree. Any more than that, and it'll be a good result. Dominic Dean, Agpom. Kev says Gakpom will start scoring. We were told he was more hit. Was told he was more hit and miss. Agpom is awful at the moment. He doesn't offer a lot, nothing in that 10. Charlie, hello Charlie, how you doing? But I reckon we turn Coventry over for some reason. I was just thinking that. Mowbray to Middlesbrough. I think Borough fans wouldn't take him back, if I'm honest. It's a shame. I think Mowbray's a bit his style of football doesn't agree with the team that they've got there now. They've got a young side and players that play this modern, fashionable football, as I like to call it. So, but Agent Manning been sacked at Norwich. I'm gutted because I thought he was doing a great job there. I'm not going to lie. So, any Norwich fans on here? Gutted for you. Sam, which country are you from? G'day, mate. No, I'm from the United Kingdom, or England, if we're allowed to say that. Are we allowed to say that? Yeah, I'm England. Corberan, favourite for the Borough. Never heard of him. Yeah, ex-West Brom. It'd be interesting to see some players that are fast have low work rate, but great when paired with defensive midfielders. Actually, do you know what, Querty? I actually agree with that. That some players like Luongo and Morsey didn't have massive amounts of pace, but they just read the game so well. I don't think there's been a better midfield pairing at the club for a long time. They would just, they just go down as history. There's another shout, isn't it? Morsey out of contract at the moment, isn't he? You've got no club. Would you take Morsey back in the January window? I would personally. I think we need his leadership. If I'm honest, I'm not convinced on O'Shea. No one would convince me that O'Shea is captain material. So I don't particularly rate him as a defender. Dominic, do you actually like? Do you actually like Taylor now? I think Taylor is shushing a few fans. That's all I'm saying, and that includes me, because I wasn't a good fan of his. I'm a big fan of his. I'd have let him go, if I'm honest, in the summer. But credit where credit's due, he has really stepped up. And sometimes players get in there, they start to hit their prime around Taylor's age, and let's be fair, he's done well. So, he, for me, is a nailed-on starter. You wouldn't have Morsey. Ooh, okay. Rob says yes to Morsey. Yeah, I'd have him back. I think there's, even if he just came sat in the training. Dino says definitely yes to Morsey. Let's have a look. Ed Walker, Wrexham. Morsey v Nunes and Matazziwa, no chance. Can't go back. No way is Taylor a starter. Look, Dom, I respect your opinion, chat, but Taylor, you can't argue, he's done well. And I don't mean to say, until he doesn't do well, he deserves to start to me. I think he offers a bit of a link between Matasiwa and our number 10s and the old false 10s and 9s. I think he does. When you have midfielders that can love the ball, to pacey wingers, you can move the ball down the field better, fast pace, need accurate passes in order to be successful. Absolutely agree. Delboy says, I would take. So I'm guessing Morsey. Yeah, people were saying Morsey's legs were gone not so long ago, then cried their eyes out when he left. Yeah, I get that. I think the Premiership was a step too far for Morsey. Could he still do it in the Championship? I do believe he can. I still believe he could. Yeah, I've always said let's not go back. I mean, I remember when Scoey come back that time, Scowcroft come back, and we'd lost a couple of games over Christmas, which cost us second place and promotion under Royal. So, yeah, sometimes it's not better to go back. Sam, are you agree that Ronaldo is the greatest goal scorer of all time and Messi is the greatest player of all time? I think Ronaldo and Messi are two slightly different players. I think Ronaldo has achieved more than Messi by playing in different leagues. I think Messi was very comfortable at Barcelona. So for me, I just feel... Oh, I see where this is going. Right, okay. We'll get to that comment in a minute, Mr. Dominic D. Did I have that? Honestly. More... Yeah, Ronaldo and Messi, two good, very good world-class players. There's no two ways about it. I don't like to split them because they're two slightly different players. Taylor is so one-footed. He has no left foot at all. He can't changes like Nunes. No, that's why Dean, he plays next to Matasiwa in that role, because I think he is that link. He does get forward the ball. My question is Caduced ever going to score a goal for this club? because I just don't see him ever scoring a goal. He can't defend and he can't get forward. He looks good when he's running with the ball, but and sometimes his passing looks good, but that's about it. Did I ever have hair, Mike? I'll tell you what, years ago I had hair to shoulder length like that. Yeah, with the old parting down the middle and the... Oh, absolutely. I was fucking sexy back then, I'll tell you. Diane says, is that ball from central defender, he turns up, opens play? We just don't do that now. Okay, I can't pronounce that, but high back changes games. Who does? I'm lost a bit there. What about the pitches and treatment? Maradona and Pele got different era. What formation was used? 4-2-1-3-1. It's a swimming hat. Oi, I have actually got hair. I've actually got a full head of hair. Obviously, my highlights here tend to sort of show up a bit more, but I've got a full head of hair. I'm not even receding. I mean, my hair, you know. Rick Shea says, when's Ed Sheeran getting a cameo? Who knows? With Kieran McKenna, wouldn't surprise me if he didn't stick him up front once, you know. You do have to laugh when we get promoted, Dean. Well, look, it's been a good laugh. It really has. I love these lives. Takes time for people to come and join. A bit of fun, a bit of banter, a bit of town chat, yeah, I think that's me done. I am taking a few days off now. I've got tomorrow off. I'm not working tomorrow. Not going to be working tomorrow. Sod that. No chance. So, like I said, Ozil, Prime or Cruz? Ooh, Ozil. I think Ozil was unplayable at times. Some of the balls and some of the way he played. Oh, unbelievable. Do you think Arsenal will ever win the Premier League? I think they've got a good chance this season. Cheers, Mike. Good as always. If I get to a game next year, bear on me, Mike. Do you know what? Likewise. I think, you know, the problem is because of my work and because of my position in the job now, it's made it very difficult for me to get much time off at weekends. If I can get some more staff in, that might release the pressure a bit. But there's a lot going on at the moment at work, and it's taking its toll. I'll have 2 ill parents or oh mate, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your parents are good, bud. He forgets coffee. Hey, Dean, I haven't forgot coffee, mate. I haven't forgot coffee. I really haven't. It's just I've just been so busy. I'm going to be, look, next week I'm working. So next week I've got tomorrow off and then I'm working 6 days. So look, hopefully the week after I'll have a couple of days off that week. We'll get together then. All right? I will get to them. Arsenal got done by Mr. Brobby today. Got done by Mr. Brobby. I remember watching Andy Cole score 5 goals against you. Yeah, I look, with respect, yeah, that wasn't a great game, and the ref was poor as well. He allowed a free kick to go on, and it should never have happened. Mike, how's your brother? Listen, my bro is doing well. He's not going to get any better. He's doing okay. My sister Bless is going to see him. The plan was to go and see him last Sunday, but oh my God, everything just work don't allow it. I did have some holiday, to be fair, but I had some issues on my fishery, so I had to. Dom, yeah, my brother's ill, buddy. He's got a condition called Huntington's disease, so he was diagnosed in 2012 with it. I'm going to highlight it on here actually. So Huntington's disease is a nasty condition, and it eventually gets to him and makes it becomes a terminal problem. It won't be the disease that will kill him, but an underlying issue that could kill him, unfortunately. It's a difficult thing to sort of think about sometimes. He's 49, so it's not easy because, like I say, you try and spend as much time. But he lives in Kesgrave, so it's so hard to get over there. It's an hour and a half journey for me, and when you've got short time frames, you just don't. Appreciate that. No, don't be sorry. My brother is well looked after. He is well looked after. We ensure he doesn't go without anything. My son, my sister, and myself. They've all been. My son Josh has been very close to my brother for a lot of his adult life and stuff, and and obviously, watching my brother from when he was young to where he is now is tough. It's a tough watch. But you go there and you enjoy it and you have a conversation with him, and sometimes he's chirpy and you can laugh. Other times he's quiet, but he is wheelchair bound, and you have to watch what he eats. So, yes, we make the most of it, and I will. And like I said, if no one knows what Huntington's disease is, do yourself a favour. Go on Google, search it up. It's not nice. It's like I said, it's a very difficult thing as family to go through. As is conditions like Alzheimer's, as is conditions like Parkinson's, as is multiple sclerosis. There's a lot of horrible conditions out there, and there's a lot of families out there that are struggling. So the end of the day is, I try and take my brother to football as much as I can. Unfortunately, due to the weather now, it's difficult for him because we have to protect him from bugs and chest infections and stuff like that. So, anytime I go now, it's a case of as and when I can. But I don't enjoy it. If I'm not with my brother, I don't enjoy it. I went with my son to the Norwich game. We had a great time, but both of us said it. Although we had a good time, we missed my brother. Change the topic, mate. It hurts. Yeah, it does. So, but right. Let's not leave it on a somber note. Let's leave it on Town 4, Swansea 1, on to Wrexham. Let's get more points on the board. Let's just keep going. I'm Mike the Fisherman. This is Fisherman's Blues. I'm sorry I got a little bit low, but let me tell you something. Bro, picture behind you. You painted it or printed? Okay, so just a quick one. So these pictures behind me is what my wife painted, actually. My wife does painting. She loves it. I'm an Ipswich fan. Yeah, I am an Ipswich Town fan. Tom McDonald, Ipswich suck. Well, Tom, what supporter are you? Where you from, my man? Come and join my channel. You can come on the channel anytime you like. As long as you're not viciously nasty or what's the name, you can banter me as much as you like about your team. Where you from? What's your team, Tom? Before I go. I appreciate that. I like the penguin and the blue street lighted one. They are nice. I will let my wife know, Alex, and I appreciate the comments. I like Portsmouth. Wow, how is Chaplin doing down there? So, Jane, hi. You caught me at the end of it. When I'm done, it'll upload. Watch it back at the beginning. I'll probably waffled on a little bit. But anyway, I'm the Fisherman. This is Fisherman's Blues. This has been Town Talk. Chaplin is so good. There we are, chat. A Pompey fan saying Chaplin's done okay. Please subscribe to us. I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm not, there's no payments on here. You ain't got to pay to subscribe or anything like that. It's all about just having a nice chat. Shane, I'll catch you soon, my man. Anyway, like, subscribe, click your notification buttons. You'll know when I'm coming on live. I will see you after the Wrexham game. So listen, you take care and we'll catch up soon.